following is a recording of the speaking session given to the Embedded World Academic Congress on March 16, 2023 in Nuremberg, Germany. It is being recorded and presented for viewing for those who could not make it, and also because there was no recording of it at the conference. Please enjoy. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to the session on Matter. I will be your first speaker. My name is Chana Saminathan, and I'm a Specialist Solutions Architect working in IoT and robotics at Amazon Web Services, and I'm really happy to be here today. Before we go on, I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself with a little bit of background and history. I have been with AWS for 4 years. I live in Southern California in the United States, and I was actually stationed in the U.S. Army in Karlsruhe, Germany, not too far away from here in 1988. I had a 20-year career in telecom signaling in SS7, that's Signaling System 7, and I'm very passionate about connected devices helping to make the world a better place. Here are some of the things I will cover today. I will talk about some of the trends we're seeing and why Matter is important in these trends, talk a little bit about what customers are asking for and how some of our current and future plans for the standard will support those asks, talk at a very high level about the standard and some of the technology behind it and its components, then finally talk about how we're envisioning AWS IoT to work with the Matter standard as it evolves at what we call the hybrid cloud edge. And lastly, note some takeaways about what Amazon and AWS are doing in the area to help all the Matter standard members. Smart home trends. So it's estimated that there will be over 1.5 billion Matter compliant smart home devices as of 2030. Today, there are about 170 million expected in 2023. And the growth rate each year is nearly 40% to get to that 1.5 billion by 2030. This will include all devices which are traditional smart home, routers, cameras, eventually washing machines, dryers, and of course switches and light bulbs. And this number does not really forecast those more IoT centric sensors and devices which are prevalent in the industrial IoT side today, which we expect to also move to the Matter over time. So people ask, why Matter? Why do we need it when we have so many other protocols developed and being used today? I would simply say that a picture is worth a thousand words. And here's a great picture that showcases some of the issues that end users face and also retailers when buying and selling smart home devices. This picture came from our friends at Silicon Labs for a webinar they put on recently. Just imagine the number of devices which have been returned to the stores after end users install it and they cannot get it to work with their preferred ecosystem. You can see there's different types of devices, some with Zigbee, some with Z-Wave, some with Bluetooth, some with Wi-Fi. You have some devices that look nearly identical, except for maybe some small print on the back or something that shows that it only works with one or a different type of hub. So this is part of the problem which Matter tries to address, and we'll talk through some of these types of things. So, who would care about Matter and why? Well, for consumers, they need to have a consistent way to set up devices so they can use any ecosystem and end devices without having to be limited. For developers, they can develop a certain device or an application and know that it will work the same across multiple ecosystems, unlike today. For retailers, having a simplified set of SKUs and lower returns are key. And finally, for commercial and builders, it future proofs the ecosystem and gives more options for their consumers and their customers. An example of this is in hospitality and hotels, where guests have full control over their hotel needs. We are seeing a lot of traction there with Matter. Here are some customer ads that we're seeing also. Here are some of the customer ads for the smart home that we're seeing across interoperability, privacy, and security, and having a good user experience and having a broad based offering of the devices. To ensure interoperability, manufacturers will have to demonstrate the way in which multiple devices can work in concert to achieve richer automated experiences through the home, such as integrating with the virtual assistant. To ensure data privacy and security, manufacturers will have to take a more concerted effort to build consumer confidence in different types of security and privacy measures in order to spur more broad based and mass adoption of the consumer goods. And to simplify the UX, manufacturers will have to develop a long term strategy for service delivery and to provide a simple, holistic user experience to win over those customers into their ecosystem. And finally, to have a broad based offering, manufacturers are going to have to introduce broader sets of apps and integrate with other ecosystem players as well to provide a value added experience for the customers. Now, as for Matter, These are the tenets of the Matter protocol as a whole. They were defined by the ask of the customers themselves. The standard was developed by over 280 industry leading companies. What they decided was that Matter has to be the following: it has to be simple, so to make it easy to set up and control your smart devices with multiple ecosystems. It has to be interoperable. Devices and ecosystems with the Matter logo are interoperable by design. It has to be reliable, consistent, and responsive local connectivity that still works even if the internet is down. It has to be secure. Devices are going to be authenticated before they're joining the network with encrypted data transfer, where consumers are going to manage their own privacy settings. And although not part of the Matter standard itself, if it's one thing which AWS knows how to do is to scale. So part of our tenants is to ensure that any device that communicates with us can scale to the cloud. This is a listing of a very small subset of the 280 some companies in the member working group. As you can see, most of the members are the actual device manufacturers themselves. And from our perspective, these are primarily the smart home vendors and not necessarily IoT device manufacturers, although many times IoT and smart home are synonymous. So, what is Matter? Once the tenets of the standard are set, what does the standard itself provide? What is Matter? It's a new standard for smart home devices. It will ensure the ease of use of the devices. It has what is well known as a multi admin persona to support all Matter devices from multiple platforms like Alexa, Google, etc. It supports today Wi Fi, Ethernet, and Thread. And one of the foundational tenets for the design was to enhance security and privacy across the smart home devices. So, what is the roadmap and how will the standard progress? Well, there are certain things that the standard defines and some which it does not today. So, what does it define? The standard defines device commissioning to local hubs. It also defines security for the local matter fabric. It defines command and control over local IP based networks, and it provides for over the air updates over local networks via an OTA updater, the over the air updater node, which is typically the local hub itself. So what does it not define or specify? It does not specify the voice or app-based control experiences. It does not demand command and control away from the home, and it does not define device management over the cloud or any kind of end-to-end security and authentication for the cloud connections. Several device vendors are supporting Matter by adopting Matter SDKs to their platforms, and as you can see, many of them are out on the show floor displaying those types of services today. Now, I'll touch very quickly on some of the technology used in Matter. This is the Matter protocol stack, call it Matter 1.0. It has a common application layer and data model. Matter defines the application layer that will be deployed on devices as well as the different link layers to help maintain the interoperability. The architecture is divided into layers to help separate the different responsibilities and introduce encapsulation amongst the various pieces of the protocol stack. This provides interoperability as a simplified setup and control mechanism. It's IP based, therefore giving it a convergence layer across all compatible networks. It has secure encryption and authentication end to end. It has an open source development approach based on market proven technologies and has common protocols across devices, making it extendable to the cloud itself. It has common data model with core operational functions with multiple device types. And finally, the device overhead is low, with the MCU compute of less than 128 kilobytes of RAM and less than 1 megabyte of flash as needed. A little bit more about the terminology here. I want to share some of the terminology within Matter for the network component specifically. Here we have two networks with the various devices. One is a Wi-Fi network on the left and a thread network on the right. They're connected by what's called a thread border router. And here's a high-level definition of each of these. First of all, the thread device. Devices with strict energy budget and low bandwidth, such as lights, switches, thermostats, door locks, garage doors, etc. Matter and thread stacks are designed for MCU class devices, for these types of thread devices. Then you have Wi Fi devices, typically devices with a larger energy budget, maybe a larger battery or some kind of mains powered device requiring higher bandwidth, maybe a video, some kind of camera, or something like that. Then you have the thread border router. This links the thread devices to the local network like Wi Fi, so it could be built into other devices like a Wi Fi router or some kind of cloud gateway, some kind of smart hub, smart home hub, and other infrastructure devices to make the thread as transparent for the users. Then you have a Matter controller. The Matter controller is used to administer and control the devices which are on the network. The controller can be many different kinds of devices. It could be a TV, a fridge, a phone app. It could be a smart home hub, a voice assistant, etc. Then you have a bridge. The bridge supports for legacy protocols such as Zigbee, Z-Wave, etc., and that's what's achieved by the bridges themselves. They can also be built into different types of infrastructure devices such as routers, cloud gateways, hub, TVs, fridges, whatever, to make it seamless for users. And from the AWS IoT perspective, we can get data from any of these devices based on how that data will be routed through, especially from end sensors, which uses thread protocols. Here's some things which our IoT customers have come to us and asked also. For example, if I use Alexa devices as a thread border router, how could it be connected to AWS Cloud? Another is, how do I set up an AWS IoT Core endpoint within the Matter Hub for end devices to send data to AWS IoT Core through the Matter Hub? Well, we have not defined how all these things will work, but we have some high level ideas, and that's what we'll be working toward with the standards organization over time to help define the Matter protocol for the IoT ecosystem. Here are the ways that we're considering Matter and IoT within AWS. So here's the customer journey with Matter and Alexa and AWS IoT. This slide is a bit overwhelming, but I put it here to showcase a logic that we're using to focus the problem that we want to solve. So what we're doing is to help our customers build Matter compatible devices that also talk to Alexa and or AWS IoT. And we feel three classes of Matter customers that can be profiled into these different categories. The first is customer category one, those who make Matter devices that'll never talk to the cloud. So AWS, doesn't matter to these customers. The Matter devices themselves could be built on free RTOS or any other RTOS, but it does not connect to the cloud in any form. Then you have customer category two, and these are the customers that want to build devices who do not have their own IoT platform and hence are agreeable to use Alexa's managed cloud platform. For these, Alexa Connect Kit is the fastest way to accelerate the time to market. This is ready to go now, so you can come see a live demo at booth 515 Hall 4. This is referred to as 2A. We'll expand on the partner device offerings as we go along here also. For the IoT side, we have our IoT Greengrass service, which provides cloud gateway connectivity with the concept of a Greengrass component. We can offer cloud connectivity to these customers. Here it's noted as 2B on the right side. So customers can build their own components along with radio modules to one of the different types of functions like a bridge, a router, or a controller. And finally, we have customer category three. So those who have their own IoT platform on AWS IoT or want to build their own IoT platform on AWS IoT, for these customers, what we're doing is we're collaborating with our Alexa team and the IoT Core team to have an architecture and framework and IoT Core service extensions that are needed to make it easy for such customers to interface their current IoT platform with Matter compatible devices in IoT Core. So this is referred to as reference architecture for category 2B. You have the AWS IoT Greengrass thread border router component and other Matter compatibility components also. This will be available as a reference architecture on AWS within another 3 months or so. On the diagram on the right, you can see you have the sensors there connected through the radio interface to the components that's running on something as simple as a gateway, maybe a Raspberry Pi for prototyping purposes, and then that Raspberry Pi is going to be connected to the backend to the Greengrass service within AWS IoT. And this is the demo that we have our booth at Embedded World. So here we're showing an Alexa device, but at the booth we also have several other devices that are showcased to show the interoperability. You can issue similar commands across different types of devices to do the same thing. You can say, like Alexa, turn on light, and so turn off light. You don't have to turn something on or off or turn the light color, etc., from the same voice assistant like before. You can use different voice assistants, and we can show that to you at the booth itself. So come by for a visit. This demo illustrates an example application built using the Alexa Connect Kit, the ACK SDK for Matter, and that's controlled by either Amazon Echo device or Google Home Mini. ACK SDK for Matter-based devices are interoperable across any Matter administrator using the Matter protocol, and ACK's managed firmware stack is built on the free RTOS to simplify the development and to reduce the complexity of developing different types of Matter devices. With ACK and FFS, which is the frustration free setup, customers can quickly and easily set up Matter devices to Alexa as soon as the device is powered on. The devices are going to be built with the ACK SDK for the Matter protocol to connect to the AWS IoT for several different things. One, for over the air updates, and two, for device metrics and logs. Device makers can push updates through the cloud to these products while collecting valuable insights from device performance. And the ACK SDK for Matter is in preview, and any interested customers can start developing now. So, in conclusion, I just want to leave you with these 3 points from the AWS side as we move forward with Matter. First, AWS is leading the definition of the CSA Matter standard for connected smart home. Secondly, AWS IoT and Alexa are jointly developing Matter SDKs for connecting to the cloud, and AWS IoT and providing different types of partner reference implementations for customers who truly want to build Matter compatible devices for their IoT devices. And finally, AWS IoT and Alexa teams are leading the development of Matter 2.0 specification. Thank you for your time today. Here's some contact details if you want to get a hold of me through email or LinkedIn. Please send any questions in. Happy to connect with you. Thank you for your attendance today. Take care.